Welcome back to Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 372, and Doubleshot number 297. Yes, 97. 2 Deadpool trades. Next episode's also got Deadpool trades as well. First up, it's Deadpool, Back in Black by Colin Bunn. This is a sequel miniseries to Deadpool's Secret Wars. And the comic feels like it came out of the 1980s. You want to know how? And this is something you don't see nowadays. Oh, look at this. Look at the bottom of the page. Continued after the next page. Yep, there's that. There is editorial boxes all over the place, something you don't see nowadays. I mean, I get maybe take out the continue on the next page because that was for ads. But the editorial thing really needed it. Now, from the point of view of this particular book, is that it's a retcon miniseries. It establishes that Deadpool was active during, between the time that, that Spider-Man gave up the symbiote in Webathon number 1, and before Eddie Brock took over the symbiote prior to him making his first full appearance in Amazing Spider-Man number 299. Yeah, and pretty much with this miniseries, you have Deadpool, whose outfit looks like let's see, what's a good picture what he looks like when he has symbiote. Yep. Let's see, what's a good one? I want to put that there. Let's see. Oh yeah, we also get appearance by Machine Man, Aaron Stack. Yeah, he was active in the 80s, so throw him in there as well. Yeah, this book is very, very 80s. Like, here we go. Here we go. Yeah, here is what the Deadpool looks like when he's wearing the symbiote. Yep. But there's one character who appears in here who is a creation of Colin Bunn and former WWE wrestler CM Punk. Killer Thrill. Yep, that's her. Right there in the middle of the page. This is her right here. That is Killer Thrill. She first showed up in Colin Bunn CM Punk's Drax series, which, by the way, it was really damn good. Too bad Marvel canceled it after only 11 issues. But yeah, Bunn was like, okay, I think maybe when this book was coming out that maybe he probably got word the book was canceled, but he really wanted to feature Killer Thrill, which she's an awesome character. Yeah, and apparently she has a thing for Deadpool. No joke. She's basically wants to sleep with Deadpool so badly. Yeah, she has this thing where she has a secret desire to have sex with Deadpool. We also have appearance by Obnoxo the Clown. Yeah, this bozo who is also from the 80s. I've never read his first appearance, but I'm familiar with him. Yeah, he is a really bizarre clown. We also get appearance by Power Pack, who also had a series in the 1980s. Yep, they were created by Louise Simonson. Who is Louise Simonson? Louise Simonson is the wife of writer-artist Walt Simonson, the guy who's known for his famous run on Thor and basically a bunch of other books. Let's see. Yeah. So they just wrote a bunch of things from the 80s. Heck, they even bring up let's see. They also have the sexy black cat before Dan Slott turned into a awful villain. Yeah. Yep. And we also have an appearance by somebody else who made her debut in the 1980s. The White Rabbit. Yep. Another character from the 1980s. Like, okay, since this book feels like 1980, let's throw in like almost everybody who basically either had a comic book or made an appearance in the 1980s. Yeah, it's really cool to see. Especially see this. This is actually a really cool panel. I mean, White Rabbit, a character who made a debut in the 1980s, and Killer Thrill, a character who made a debut just last year. And here she is throwing carrots at her. This is so funny. Yeah, it's just so freaking hilarious. We also get appearance by Kraven the Hunter before he killed himself in Kraven's Last Hunt. No joke. This is before he kills himself. We also see Spider-Man in his black costume, not symbiote, just regular skin-tight costume. But yeah, this is one fun comic book. I highly recommend it, especially people who are fans of Spider-Man, Deadpool, even Venom. Heck, if you're a fan of Colin Bunn, I recommend this to you as well. I'm giving this 9.5 out of 10. This book is amazing. Basically, has the feel of a 1980s comic book, and even though Colin Bunn, I'm not sure how old Colin Bunn is, he must have grew up basically loving 1980 comics so much so he made his comic like the 80s. Excuse me. Alright, next is another Deadpool miniseries, Deadpool vs. Gambit, by Ben Acker, Ben Bleeker, they're the writers of the book, with Danielle Roth, who is the artist. I should point out, though, the artist for this is Ruth. Let's see, who's the artist? This one. The artist for this is Salvia Espen. Yeah, that is who the artist is. Ruth Redmond does the cover art for issues 1 and 2 with the interior artist, and Guru FX does the covers for issues 3 through 5. Yep. Now, I should point out, though, when this miniseries came out last year, this had been the first time that Gambit had made a physical appearance in a comic book since All New X Factor ended. Now, some of you are probably going to be raising the comments like, what about his appearance from Kenny Avengers? The Gary Duggan book. That was not him. That was the Red Skull. Yeah, it was just an illusion cast by the Red Skull. Yeah, he was posed as Gambit. But this is actually one of his handful of appearances, and of course now he's returning to Astonishing X-Men, which I'm so happy with that. Besides appearing in this miniseries, he also appeared in All in Wolverine, Civil War 2 X-Men, and that's it. Oh yeah, and All in Wolverine he appeared in the last 3 issues of the Enemy of State storyline. Yeah, but here, this is just Deadpool and Gambit posing as Spider-Man and Daredevil. Yeah, they actually pose as them in the series. They also get a chance to fight the original Marauders. Yeah, no joke. They fight the original Marauders. They fight a bunch of people during the course of these. During the course of these 5 issues, here's some really good artwork. The artist does a really good job. This one doesn't feel like the 80s per se. It feels like a Daredevil comic, basically. It has the feel of the current Daredevil comic, basically, how it's drawn. Let's see. Who else? One thing I gotta point out, though, is it just me, or is that the artist is trying really damn hard to, whenever Gambit is in his regular attire, he's drawn like the promotional stuff that Fox has been releasing for Channing Tatum, who is currently still signed to play Gambit, despite the fact the movie has gone a little craziness for the past year or two. Yeah, he is drawn like Channing Tatum. Yeah, look, Uncle Scrooge reference. Yeah. And there's a few other characters in here. You see this guy here? Who is this guy? This guy right here, this big chubby guy here? That is Fat Cobra. He's from the Immortal Iron Fist series. The series done by Matt Fraction, Ed Brubaker, and David Aja. Yep, he is one of the 6 Immortal Weapons. And he even has a story in the Immortal Weapons miniseries. Yeah. And Gambit does something really kind of silly. Okay, in this one page we have some old school villains. Let's see. I think this is supposed to be this guy here in the middle. That is an old Luke Cage villain. I don't remember his name. Copper Teeth, I think it is. Sharp Teeth, Piranha, I don't remember. Oh, we also have Armadillo. I see Morbius. I see what looks like the Blob and Tombstone. Yeah, that is who's on this page. Blob's on top. Just to his immediate lower left, I think that's supposed. Let's see, just above this guy here, that's Armadillo. That's Tombstone, Michael Morbius, and I think that's supposed to be Gremlin. No, it's not Gremlin. I think it might. No, it's not Vermin. I'm not sure who it's supposed to be. Let's see. We also get appearance by Dr. Voodoo. Yep, he makes appearance in here. Yep. Yeah, so basically Gambit as a favor for saving the lives of Fat Cobra's here's Fat Cobra when he takes off his shirt. Yeah, this is what he normally does. Yep. Let's see here. Here we go. Yeah, Gambit takes the 3 mass entourage of Fat Cobra and has a 4-way. Yeah, no joke. Gambit has a 4-way. I'm like, okay, that is pure Gambit right there. He'll sleep with any woman, even if she's. Heck, there's even a woman who's like Rogue. No joke, she's like Rogue. She has the same hairstyle as Rogue. I don't know if that's the artist's idea, but at least she can't steal his powers. But it's just so hilarious. And look, we have the original Marauders. Yep, the original Marauders from the 1980s. Yeah, I can tell that by simply seeing that. That is Scalp Hunter right there. This guy here, the guy with the mustache. Yeah, that's Scalp Hunter. They don't really. Let's see. If you want to see what these guys look like in costume, they actually do have appearance by all the characters in costume. And here they are. This panel right here. This is the original Marauders. Most of whom have either been killed off or simply brought back. We also have appearance by another X-Men villain. Well, because, well, it's Deadpool. We have appearance by the Vanisher, the second ever villain to fight the X-Men. Yep, this guy right here. In this panel, the second panel right here, that is the Vanisher. Yep. Let's see, what else? We also have appearance by Loki in his classic Jack Kirby look. The horns, the poofy cape, yep, all Jack Kirby. Yeah. We also have the Warriors 3. Yep. Somebody thinking, is this a cheese fest? Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but this is just a pure fun another pure fun mini-series to read. The current one right now, but this is actually the 3rd Deadpool versus mini-series. The first 2 were Hawkeye actually, this is the 4th one because you had Deadpool versus Carnage, Deadpool versus Thanos, and Deadpool versus Hawkeye. Now, of those 3 books, Gary Duggan wrote Deadpool vs. Hawkeye. The Deadpool vs. Thanos is by Tim Seeley. And Deadpool vs. Gambit, Deadpool vs. Carnage is written by Colin Bunn. This one is written by completely different people, but now we also have currently Deadpool vs. Punisher. That's the current first miniseries. This is actually that's actually the 5th one going on right now. It's already 2 issues in right now, and it's on the parental advisory because the Punisher's on the parental advisory. Fun little mini-series have these 2 basically team up for a mini-series. 9 out of 10. I should point out though that I read something online last year that apparently Marvel points to blame on the low sales of All New X Factor on Gambit. I'm like, really? You blame it on Gambit? How the heck is that possible? Gambit is not the reason why the book didn't sell too well. One of the reasons why I think the book didn't sell too well because you keep charging $3.99 and having one of those free digital downloads. If you want a free digital download, fine, drop the cover price. That's the only reason I think that the book didn't sell too well. I mean, I personally love the book. Several people I heard reviews of praised every single issue, all 20 issues of it, and yeah, all 20 issues came a period of 1 year. Either the fact it was $3.99 or the fact it was come out twice a month. That twice a month thing could have been the reason why that the series was canceled, the 20 issues. But blaming it all on Gambit, that's really damn stupid. And also, keeping him out of like the X-Men books and having him basically do stuff like have show up now and again, that's really stupid. I mean, this is freaking Gambit for crying out loud. The guy's got a fan base. I mean, he's had a fan base for over 20 years. And yet, Marvel doesn't want to do anything with him. And now Shaw was basically putting him in Astonishing X-Men. Great. We got him an X-Men book again. First time in several years. First time in about 4 years, I'd say, that we see him in an X-Men book. Yeah. But, yeah. So, let me bring this up here. Okay. So, that is it for this episode. Stay tuned for the next episode, which is episode 373 and Doubleshot number 298. Got 2 more Deadpool books to review. Okay? But until then, I will see you there. Bye.